NASCAR is celebrating its 75th anniversary this year, and with their Diamond anniversary, they have decided to add on to a list of greatest drivers originally named in NASCAR's 50th anniversary back in 1998. Back then, it was the 50 greatest drivers, and now they are expanding that list to 75. While it is incredible to recognize the legends of our sport, it's also nice to take a look back at how those legends got their start. Hi, I'm your host Matt, and this is a new series called NASCAR Legends Beginnings, presented by Dogleg Media. We want to take a look back at how some of the sport's greatest got their start in racing. We will look at their rise to NASCAR and cap it off with their rookie season and what set them up for success. We post a poll in the community tab every week, and I let you, the viewers, decide who the next driver we spotlight will be. The viewers chose none other than seven-time himself, Jimmie Johnson, to get us started. So without further ado, let's dive in. Many know Jimmie Johnson as the seven-time champion, tied for the most with Richard Petty and the late Dale Earnhardt, and winner of 5 championships in a row, a NASCAR record. Johnson is a 2-time Daytona 500 champion, a 4-time All-Star Race winner, a 4-time Coca-Cola 600 winner, a 4-time Brickyard 400 winner, and a 2-time Southern 500 winner. All in all, Jimmie won 83 races, 16 of which being crown jewels. A certain Hall of Famer and 75 greatest driver, Johnson has now become a team owner, buying into the former Petty GMS to create Legacy Motor Club. Johnson made his return to the Cup Series on a part-time schedule after retiring in 2020, and he would drive for his new team, with a new number, the 84, for obvious reasons. But before Jimmie Johnson would become arguably NASCAR's greatest driver, he would have very humble beginnings, with stats and stock cars that didn't look all too great. But because one man, another legend, would take a chance on him, we would end up seeing one of the greatest to ever do it. Let's take a look at how Jimmie Johnson would get his start in racing, where he came from, and the impact he made when he made the big show. Jimmie Johnson was born in 1975 in El Cajon, California. Johnson would get his start in racing off-road. Johnson started racing motorcycles in 1980 when he was only 4 years old. Throughout the 90s, Johnson would race the Mickey Thompson Entertainment Group Stadium Racing Series. By 1997, Johnson had progressed to SOTA's Class 8. Class 8 is short course, off-road racing, two-wheel drive trophy trucks which generate about 800 horsepower. While Johnson was able to pick up some key victories that season, he would come up short in that season's championship, finishing third. Johnson would win races and had a few memorable finishes, like that in the 1995 Baja 1000. After leading over 900 miles, Johnson would fall asleep behind the wheel and woke up to find himself going off course. His trophy truck, Butch, the paint scheme of which was used for a throwback for Johnson's 48 car in the 2019 Southern 500, was wrecked. During his time in the Short Course Off-Road Drivers Association, SCORE, and MTEC series, he accumulated over 25 wins, 100 top 3 finishes, 6 championships, and received Rookie of the Year honors in all 3 leagues. Johnson would begin his stock car racing in 1997, where he would race in the American Speed Association, or ASA, making his debut at Hawkeye Downs Speedway. Driving for Herzog Motorsports, he would win the ASA Pat Shower Memorial Rookie title in 1998. 1 year later, he had 2 wins and finished third in the overall standings. Johnson would make his NASCAR Busch Series, now Xfinity Series, debut at the 1998 Indianapolis Raceway Park event, where he would finish 25th for SD Motorsports. He continued his limited slate in 1999 with Herzog Motorsports before moving to a full-time schedule in 2000. In his rookie season of the Xfinity Series, Johnson would have a crazy crash where his brakes failed going into turn 1 at Watkins Glen, hitting the tire barrier in excess of 150 miles per hour. Many NASCAR fans have seen this crash before, and while the crash looked horrifying, terror would turn to relief as Johnson would climb from the car and put his hands in the air claiming triumph from the wreck. Still one of my all-time favorite Jimmie moments. Otherwise, in a rather uneventful season which featured 1 DNQ at Daytona and 6 top 10s, he finished 10th in the overall point standings. 2001 would be a much greater year for Johnson in the Xfinity Series, claiming his first and only win of the series in his illustrious career at Chicagoland. He would also finish 8th in that season's point standings. During 2001, he would join up with Hendrick Motorsports for a 4-race schedule in the Winston Cup Series, making his debut at the UAW GM Quality 500 at Lowe's Motor Speedway, now Charlotte. The opportunity was made available when he connected with Hendrick driver Jeff Gordon during the 2000 Busch season. At the time, nobody could have been prepared for what was to come, and the decision by Gordon to recruit Jimmie and for Rick Hendrick to sign off on it would end up being one of the best decisions in the organization's history. Johnson's rookie season would commence at the 2002 Daytona 500, where he would become only the 3rd rookie in history to earn the pole for the Daytona 500. Sporting his now iconic Lowe's livery and neon yellow 48, he would collect a 15th place finish in his first Daytona 500. It It would take Johnson all but 13 career starts to earn his first career Cup Series win at his hometown track of Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Johnson would become the first rookie driver in NASCAR history to lead the point standings and to win twice at the same racetrack, sweeping the Dover races that season. He recorded 4 pole positions and 3 wins, tying the rookie record set by Tony Stewart in 1999, as well as 6 top 5s and 21 top 10 finishes, and he would finish 5th in the final point standings. Despite this historic season, Johnson would not win the Rookie of the Year award. Ryan Newman, another legend on NASCAR's 75 Greatest list, would earn 1 more top 10 than Johnson, winning the award even though he finished 6th in the points. Johnson set the tone for his Hall of Fame career, but even with the season as strong as his rookie season, there was nobody who could have said that the kid from El Cajon, California, who raced off-road trucks, would become one of NASCAR's 3 7-time champions. We all know that Jimmie Johnson can be argued as the greatest driver in NASCAR history, and it is fitting that we start this series with him. Although I feel like I've been thorough, I am prone to forgetting things. Just reference the comments section of my NASCAR number history videos. Also, let me know in the comments who you think should be spotlighted next. I will use these comments to generate my next poll. This will be a weekly upload to coincide with my NASCAR number history series. If you haven't checked those videos out, they will be linked below. Next week, we look into the incredible beginnings of Kevin Harvick. Harvick had one of the most tragic starts to a Cup Series career in NASCAR history, and I can't wait to dive into it. I appreciate you guys for watching the video, and if you like the content, consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing. It really helps a lot, and I certainly appreciate it. But guys, that'll do it for us here. I'm Matt, your host, and this has been NASCAR Legends Beginnings. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.